Body game will always beat the face card. Today, I'm going to tell you guys who have this misconception that the face card is more important than body game. That could be further from the truth. The complete honest is this. The complete honest truth is the body has a primal attraction to it, right? Think about this as a man. When you look up to a man and he's fit, he's in shape, you instantly give him your respect, right? Because he has something that is hard to attain, hard to acquire. We all understand this instinctively. A body is not something you're born with. That's a face. You're born with your face. Yeah, you can look smacks. You can do the mewing. You can do the hair trimming, the haircuts, and so forth, the lineups. You can do all that, right? But your face alignment, the symmetry and all that, you're normally born with that, right? If you have high cheekbones, low cheekbones, big nose, long nose, you're born with that. Your body is the one thing that you can change completely with just diet and exercise. You can go from being bulky to being aesthetic, lean, to being skinny as fuck. Each of those three different looks will literally push a certain type of aura out of you. When you're fat and you're overweight, it's gonna push off low confidence, lack of discipline, unattractiveness. When you're aesthetic and you're in shape, tip-top physique, I'm talking about lean all the way down. I'm talking about you got the gains. When you're like that, right, you're going to be top tier attractive. I don't care if you're 5'8" or if you're 6 foot. You have this misconception that it's about face looks, it's about height. The truth is this. Most women, the average height for women is probably like around 5'3", between probably 5'2" to 5'4". It's very short. The average man height is like, I believe, like 5'7". So automatically, the most women you encounter in your life, you're gonna dominate them as far as height, okay? Most women that you come across in your life, you're gonna be a bit taller than them, or you might be the same height. But what's really gonna make you stand out is getting your body right. You can have a good looking face, but if you're fat, she's not gonna want you. But not only that, your height, because you're not 6 foot, you're not gonna be able to compensate for that. So if you're a man, right, and let's say you're 5'7", you're not really that tall, you're just average. If you're fat and overweight, you have little to no chance. However, if you're lean and aesthetic and you have body game, it can compensate for that lack of height. Why? Because she still looks at you as someone who's taller than her, for one, and two, you have the body that looks like, oh man, he can dominate me. He can really, give it to me the way that my mind, the way her mind, her fantasies play out in her head. When you look like you can dominate other men, women instinctively know that you can dominate them. Most men in our society are either skinny or they're obese. The skinny guy and the obese guy is trying to fight for the same thing, which is to get the lean aesthetic look. Why? Because they know that that's the look that gets respect. That's the look that gets attention. That's the look that gets the girls. That's the look that opens up doors. It's not about having a good looking face. You can be an average looking dude in the face, right? As long as you got well grooming, as long as you got a clean face, you wash your face, you take care of it. Having the body game is going to propel you about 3 to 4 points. You have to understand that there's attraction to the face. There's an attraction, right? Imagine being a pencil neck guy, skinny as fuck, but you look handsome. You look really handsome and charming. You're gonna attract women. They're gonna look at him and be like, damn, he's beautiful. You're gonna have that fucking TikTok boy face look who's always trying to look smacks, but pencil neck, skinny body. You're gonna look like a runaway model. You're gonna attract women. They're gonna see you, but they're gonna almost look at you the same way they look at themselves. He's real beautiful. He's real pretty. You're gonna be called a pretty boy and so forth. There's gonna be an attraction for beauty, but she's not gonna have that fucking instinct, that burning desire to open up her legs and spread and just allow you to fucking bang her shit, like to just dominate her. There's not going to be that desire if you don't look like the guy who can dominate her, right? A lot of people have been blown up about this Anthony Joshua situation with the fight with him and Jake Paul. It wasn't until the women seen his physique, and a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, but he got the face card. Oh, he got the height. Anthony Joshua has an average guy face card. There are plenty of men who are like runaway models who look way better in the face, but they don't get the same attraction for females because they don't have the full package. It's like they got the face, but then when you come down, everything is narrow and boxed in. But the female desire isn't just the face, it's the face. It's the broad shoulders, it's the V taper, the slim waist, which proves that you have high levels of testosterone. The bigger your waist is, the lower level of testosterone you'll have. The guys who are on Body Game know this, and they know that I'm speaking facts, and they can attest to this. They can confirm this. I was once skinny myself. I was a pretty boy. I had the face. That's all I had. Coming up in my teens, right? And I attracted women. I've had sex. I had relationships. However, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I know that I wasn't getting that burning desire out of them. It was like, okay, he's good looking, you know, a good face and a cute boyfriend and a half. I was cute to them, but I wasn't the man to them. And you'll know this when you walk into certain rooms or certain buildings. If you have a cute face, women will look at you, they'll notice you, yeah. That's about it. They'll notice you and oh, he's cute. He's cute. They'll call you cute. He's cute. Pretty boy, so forth. But when you have the body game and you walk into certain buildings, you'll notice women will tighten up. If they're slouching and just, you know, bullshit, they'll tighten up. I was at work one time, right? This is, you know, me, this is probably like maybe about a month ago. I was working and I remember, you know, walking over to a group of females. It was like about 2 females and 1 guy. They was talking or whatever, chatting shit. And they was goofing around doing something, right? I remember having my earbuds in, but I had 1 in and 1 out. So I'm going to, you know, do my work. I'm signing out. And I remember they was doing something. I can't exactly remember what they was doing, what they were saying, but they was this bullshit. One of the light-skinned girls, I'm talking about, she was probably like an 8 out of 10. She was a baddie, you know, nice body. A guy like you would have probably fucking simped over her, right? When she seen me as I was signing out, you know, I'm minding my business. She's telling the girl and the guy, y'all chill out. And they're like, what are you talking about? They were like, we acting crazy in front of him. Like she was basically checking herself, checking her whatever she was doing. She was feeling like she had to present herself in a way around me that wouldn't come off as, you know, unattractive. So she was telling the girl and the guy that they was, you know, she was with to tighten up because he's right here. The girl was looking at me and the guy looking at me, and you know, the girl and the guy that she was talking to, they said, girl, he not paying us no mind. Now, mind you, I'm sitting there doing my thing. I'm listening to all this going on. I'm not really paying no mind, but I'm listening to it. I'm like, damn, did she really just do all that? But then I had to remember, well, goddamn, you know, when you walk into certain rooms, you're built different. You don't look like nobody else because most men aren't on Body Game. You will command respect in certain rooms. You don't have to force it. You're going to command it. You don't chase it. You're attracting it. There have been plenty of instances similar to that one. You'll notice the stares. People will take second glances. People will look at you a second longer because they're admiring you. Not only that, they're reading your energy, right? And I know a couple of you guys are gonna say, okay, but body game isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good body, but you don't know how to fight. Well, guess what? You think those men know that? If you're just getting on body game, right, and you're getting yourself right, do you honestly think that other men are looking at you and thinking like, yeah, but he don't know how to fight? No. And most of the time when they're looking at you and you look strong, you look commanding, you look like you have this dominant energy to you, this dominant persona, they're not even gonna wanna fucking find out if you can fight or not. They're gonna wanna test you. They're not gonna wanna do that because you look like you can fuck some shit up. The truth is this, right? I'm not telling you to don't worry about fighting. You should worry about getting right. So hit the bag, hit the gym, get your shit right, right? So you can be able to knock a motherfucker out or defend yourself if you need to. Being able to have body game and strength on coupled with the ability to combat it in physical combat ain't nothing like it. That's why women fall over for Anthony Joshua, because he looks good and he can fight. They seen him dominate another man. So what do you think that's doing to them in their head? Even if he would have lost that fight, they still would have been attracted to him, right? Back to this. If you're dealing with men and you have body game, but you don't know how to fight, they're not going to want to find out, especially if they're like the average guy who was either skinny or obese. They're going to have too much respect for you to even want to find out. They'll run their mouth, but that's about it. I don't go around picking fights. I don't have to. Because when you truly know what you're capable of, you don't have to go around boasting your strength, boasting your capabilities. That's not true confidence. You need to get on body game. You need to get on body game. I don't know how many times I got reiterated. I've spoken about it in past videos, but I'm here to tell you guys, the face card is important to an extent. The face is the first thing we all see when we meet each other eye to eye. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Me looking at you and you looking at me, you see my face. He's a handsome guy. You may be a handsome guy. But then as you go down as a man, and I can attest to this, if you're fat and you're overweight, for one, it's going to show on your face because you're going to be bloated. But two, it's going to show on your body. It's nothing more unattractive and disgusting than a man whose belly hangs past his waist to the point you can't even see your Johnson down there. You hugging your girl and she's hugging stomach. Your fucking stomach is getting in the door before you get in. You're looking 8 to 9 months pregnant. The whole point is this. As bad as it fucking looks, you have to understand that that is the very reason why you're not attracting what you're attracting, right? And I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm trying to smack you into reality, bro. If you could just take your hand for me because I can't do it, just take your hand from me and just fucking smack yourself and say, wake the fuck up. What am I doing? Go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror right now. If you're overweight or if you're chubby, ask yourself, what do you wake up for? What do you set an alarm for? What do you get up for? You don't want to live a depressing life. You don't want to have a sad experience in life when it comes to dating, when it comes to dealing with men, social status, whatever, okay? You have to understand this. We live in a world who judges first off of appearance. Your face is calculated first, but that is not the most important calculation. Because the face attracts and it brings beauty, but the body, it brings instinctive, burning desire. That is what makes the woman look at you and say, God damn, that's the motherfucker that I would cheat on my husband for. And as bad as that sounds, it's the truth. That is a motherfucker that I will let hit without commitment. So stop falling for the bullshit saying that face is more important than body game. It's not more important. It's important. We're not gonna downgrade it. We're not gonna say, you know, one is important, one is not. Face card is important. Face card meaning that the face you were born with, you thank God for it, right? Go and kiss your mother on the cheek and say, thank you, mama, for my face. Or kiss your dad on the fucking cheek and say, thanks, dad, for my face. Just be grateful for the face you got. At least you wasn't born with some fucking skin disease. And if you was, you should still be fucking thankful because at least you got 2 arms and 2 feet, right? Okay then. So stop. Stop comparing yourself to the next guy and just be grateful for what you have and work on it and keep building. Your face should be well groomed. Beard trim low, trim thick, however you want to do it, just make sure it's even, well groomed, hair nice and lined up. It's multiple things you can do to, you know, enhance your face, okay? So let's not try to make it seem like the face card isn't important because it has a level of importance. That's the first thing women see. I mean, even if you're walking around, if you don't have a tank top like me, or if you're not walking around completely fucking shirtless, women won't even notice your body. You got a jacket on, a hoodie on, they'll notice the outline of your shape, but they won't know you got abs under there or you got fucking pecs or you got shoulder. They won't notice that, right? Not right away. They'll see your face. And you will have an attractive face. And I can tell you guys right now, whenever I was dealing with a woman, right? And it was like, you know, first time encounter and we just now getting sexual, I promise you not. The face is what attracts them. But every single time when it gets to the bedroom, when I take off the jacket, when I take off the shirt, their fucking eyes just pop out their head. Like they're amazed, like, damn, that's what you was hiding underneath your clothes? If you're not getting that reaction when you take your shirt off, you're doing something wrong. If you're skinny, you're not gonna get that reaction. If you're fat, you're definitely not gonna get that reaction. You might get a little disgust. Matter of fact, you might not even get to the bedroom. You'd be lucky if you do. And if you do get to the bedroom with a high quality woman who looks good, it's because you probably got money or you probably got money, right? Because it's not gonna fucking happen for you. Just be honest. And if you believe that getting the money is more important than getting the body that the woman truly desire, you're a fool. Then you might as well click off this video because this isn't for you. This is for the men who are ambitious and who understand that getting themselves right via physically and mentally is what's gonna propel them. This video right now is for you to understand that even if you have fucking $5 in your bank account, $10, whatever, if you're down to your last penny, I promise you, if you have body game, if you have the mental capacity to be a respectable person, to have the energy to say no, to have the energy to do what you want. Now, I'm not saying go and smoke crack or go and be a degenerate, but what I'm saying, do what you want, as in, you want to talk to the girl, talk to her. If she comes to talk to you because you look good, but you don't really feel it, you're not feeling her, don't talk to her. If you want to go to the gym and lift weights, but your friends are calling you and saying, bro, let's go party, let's go hang out with you. If you want to go lift weights, go lift weights. Do what you want to do. But make sure it's directed in a positive way that's going to actually help you and influence you, not something negative or degenerate, like fucking smoking or having sex with low-tier women. You don't want that. So what I'm here to tell you is this. Facing is important because it brings attraction. Body game is more important because it gets you what you want. What you want is not for the woman to be just attracted to you, but what you want is for her to have a primal fucking desire for you, to want to dominate her. That's what you want. That's what you truly want. You don't want them to just look at you and say, oh, he's a cute boy. You want them to look at you with complete high levels of admiration, respect, a sense of authority. That's what you truly want. You want to attract that. You don't want to chase it, you want to attract it. That's just to say this. Don't fool yourself believing that face is more important. Do not fool yourself. The face will not make their eyes light up. It's the body. You watch movies, you watch, shit like the Avengers, Thor, Chris Hemsworth. He's a ladies' magnet not because he got the most handsome face or the long blonde hair. It's because when he rips his shirt off, when they see the muscles, they're like, that's what they like. The attractive face is just a bonus. It's what brings the attention. So this is what this video is about. Is understanding that you have to get on body game if you truly want that initial desire and that primal instinct for the women to just look at you and want you to just go all in on them. They want you to fulfill every fantasy. They're not looking at the cute boy and thinking that. They're looking at the fucking dominant man who looks like he can actually dominate somebody. All right? I don't get tried by men. I don't get friend zoned by women. No, I don't. I can't. It's impossible for a woman to really friend zone me when you have your mind right and you look like the kind of guy they desire. Okay? Some of you guys are gonna be like, oh no, bro, you don't look that fucking good. It's other. Okay, cool. You're probably saying that because you haven't built what I built, so you don't really understand. But if you built it, you will understand. Women don't really generally friend zone those guys unless you're a cornball, a weirdo. Because there's some guys who hit the gym and they built themselves right. Why? Because they got a quick pump from taking steroids. So now they built the body, but they haven't built the mind, the personality, the tone, the energy. They got imposter syndrome. In other words, they look like the kind of guy who will dominate, who's confident, assertive, but on the inside, they're still a little boy in a shell. Women will smell that shit and look at you like an imposter. They will smell it. When I'm around women, they soften up. I see it all the time. Women would be, I remember a couple weeks ago, a woman was who I was working with, right? She was talking, because she runs a certain operation in a job. She was talking to some of the guys, but like in a masculine way. Now, if you notice, these guys are really average men. Some of them are, kind of chubby. Some of them are just really not attractive. This is mainly most of the guys she's coming across. But when she gets to me, after her first couple of glances, she instantly softens up. Her whole voice just changed like that. It's like her tone just softened up because she felt like she was in the presence of a dominant man. And as I stand there towering over her, and I have this energy looking at her, this sexual primal energy that's just oozing out of me. She can't do nothing but just stand there helpless, looking, waiting for, for my reaction, waiting to see how I'm going to respond. She's going to see. So yeah, like I was saying, it was a primal desire that she had for me. The energy was oozing out. It was flowing out. And you're going to experience this as you get on body game. You're going to. First things first is to get your mind off of the face card being the most important. Get your mind on understanding that it's the mindset that really topples everything. Because you have to have the mindset to be able to get on body game. You got to have the mindset to be able to even be disciplined enough to keep up with your grooming, keep up with your body, your eating habits. The mindset is really the most important. But the body game brings the second, because body game is truly like the thing that brings the initial desire, that primal desire. The face is what just attracts them to you. It gets you through the door, right? That's about it. So you should work on your mindset for one. If you like motivation, if you liking the time, find the time. If you can find the time to order out to eat, order food, DoorDash, whatever. If you can find the time to watch a Netflix show or watch a movie, which could be about 20 to 25 minutes of your life, you can use that time to do a little workout at home. You don't got to get a gym membership. Do a little workout at home. It may not be motivating, but that's why I said the mindset is most important. Because having the mindset is so peaceful, because you can fight through the days where you don't want to, you don't feel like you're not motivated, and you do it because you should do it. You do it because you know it's the only way to kill the current version of yourself. You have to kill the current version of yourself to become the version of you who you truly desire to be. The current version of you is not the you that you're satisfied with. It's not the you that's attracting the type of women you want in your life, that's getting the respect you want in your life. It's not. Let's be honest with yourself. This isn't just a pep talk. This is me, man to man, brother to brother, telling you, you need to make an action, a committed action to fix your mindset. The next actionable step I want you to take is to ask yourself, do I really want this? If you say the answer is yes, I do, ask yourself the next question. How bad do I really want this? Do I kind of want it? I don't really want it that much, but it would be nice to have it. Or is it, I want this shit as bad as I want to breathe fucking oxygen? Once it's to a point where you want it as bad as you want it to breathe, oh man, the discipline, the mindset, it comes easy. It comes easy. The day you want this shit as bad as a fucking crackhead wants to get crack, a fucking crackhead, let's be real, for a crackhead is more disciplined than you. A crackhead wants his drugs more than you want this. This shit is addicting. This body game shit, you know, building yourself, staying consistent, getting better and better, attracting more beautiful women, attracting better, you know, relationship with males, with guys who are on the same self-improvement journey, open up doors and opportunities. This shit is addicting because you're essentially leveling up. We as men, we start at the bottom of the mountain. We have to climb up through our 20s, through our 30s. We have to work our way up. You don't want to be 30 something depressed, out of shape, can't get a girl, loss of a relationship. You don't want to end up like that. And I'm not telling you to chase happiness, because you should not chase happiness. You should chase peace. You find peace in your routines. You find peace in your mindset because you're disciplined. You have order, structure, stability. That's where peace comes from. Happiness is like a fire. A fire can be very exciting. It has its highs and its lows. It burns bright. It feels good. But it's not stable. You want to be like a furnace. A furnace slowly builds itself until it heats up the whole house. It keeps the whole house warm. It's stable. It's calm. It has structure. You want to be more like a furnace, not like a fire. Do what you will with that analogy. But remember this. Your mindset is most important. You have to get that right. That's why we're having this talk. 2, your body is what's going to actually bring the sexual desire. And 3, your face is only going to bring the initial desire based off of beauty and appearance. It's going to make them look at you like, ah, he's handsome. But the body is going to make them look at you and think, oh man, I want him to fuck the shit out of me, because I know he could. Listen up, bro. Remember, train your body and command your mind, because hard work is the price to peace.